Jacqueline Ajak is a single mother who lost her husband, brother and sister in violence near Abyei at the South Sudan border 3 years ago. She is now living in a camp for internally displaced people in Mayenabun in Warab State. Jacqueline is a midwife but has no job now, yet she has to take care of several children orphaned by the conflict.
I urge those fighting to stop. You are our sons. You are displacing us, causing us pain, because you are dying by killing yourselves. And the government should intervene and stop the fighting.
Jacqueline Ajak's situation is similar to that faced by many here. Hundreds of people displaced by the conflict in Abyei have settled in Mayenabun. However, they say they haven't been given land to farm on. The displaced persons depend on food aid, which they say isn't enough to feed their families.
I usually go to work in people's gardens, especially those who are harvesting crops. After working, I'm given some produce from the farm, which I bring home, and that's what the family has been feeding on.
Intercommunal violence between two major communities in and around Abyei is majorly over who controls a piece of land that hosts a market located at the border between South Sudan and Sudan. The United Nations says South Sudan still has more than 1.5 million internally displaced persons due to conflict, insecurity, and the impact of climate change in parts of the country. It is calling on international donors to release more funds to help provide more humanitarian aid to the displaced. The UN mission in South Sudan says the government needs to focus on security sector reforms, including unification of former rival armed groups.
The unification remains important. We've seen unification take place without arms. We've seen the collection of arms. We don't know what's happened to the arms which have been collected in the disarmament campaign. So there has to be also an ability to reassure people that those arms are not being recycled.
Displaced people like Jacqueline Ajak are hoping that security will be restored across the country so that they can return to their farms and once again depend on food from their gardens.